Good morning, everyone. Good morning, TXN. And welcome back to another session of leveling up your health, wealth, and happiness in life. We have a message in the chat. Good morning, Miss Gauri. Good morning. Hi, Mr. Jitendra. Hi. Okay, anyways, we're going to start. So, today I want to talk to you about a fascinating and crucial topic that is the relationship between gut and diabetes. So these two areas of our health might seem unrelated at first glance, but modern research is revealing just how deeply interconnected they are. So by understanding this connection, we can take meaningful steps toward preventing and managing diabetes more effectively. I'm pretty sure every one of us knows at least one person who has diabetes, isn't it? I'm pretty sure. Anyways, so understanding the relationship between gut health and diabetes is not just an academic exercise, it has real world implications for our health and well being. So, diabetes is a growing health challenge worldwide. And so, by addressing gut health, we may find new ways to combat this epidemic. Now, diabetes is becoming increasingly common, especially in our families. We might know actually more than 10 people who has sugar, isn't it? It's affecting millions of people globally. And it leads to numerous health complications from cardiovascular diseases to nerve damage. And on the other hand, a gut health very often overlooked. It plays a very critical role in our overall health, influencing everything from digestion to our immune system. So, connecting these two areas are going to open up new avenues for better health outcome. We have a few messages going on in the chat. Good morning, everyone. Yes. So, what is gut? We previously in our meeting we discussed a lot what is gut. So to understand gut health, imagine your digestive system is like a garden. Just as a garden needs good soil, water, and sunlight to grow, especially to grow healthy plants, trees, good food also, our gut needs the right balance of bacteria to function well. So our gut health is all about keeping this balance so our digestive system can do its job properly. So inside our gut, there is a whole community of tiny living organisms called bacteria. Now, this community is known as the gut microbiome. So these bacteria are friends. They're our friends. Okay, they help us break down food, absorb nutrients, and even fight off bad germs. So it's basically like having a team of helpers inside us, each doing their job, each doing their part to keep us healthy. So when we talk about gut health, we're really talking about keeping this community of bacteria happy, healthy, and balanced. Now, okay. So what is diabetes? Diabetes is a medical condition where the body struggles to control the level of sugar, that is glucose, in the blood. So glucose is a vital source of energy for all our cells. We know that. But too much or too little of anything, isn't it? Too much of anything and too less of anything can cause serious health problems. That's just the same case with sugar. Now, there are three main types of diabetes. Type 1, you can see the definition there. This type occurs when the body's immune system mistakenly attacks and destroys the insulin producing cells in the pancreas. So, what is insulin's role here? Insulin is a hormone that helps glucose enter cells to be used for energy. So, without insulin, glucose builds up in the blood, leading to high blood sugar levels. So, how can we manage it? So, people with type 1 diabetes need to take insulin every day to manage their blood sugar levels. And we have type 2 diabetes. That is, this is the most common type of diabetes. And it usually develops in adults but can occur at any age. So here's what happens. What happens here is insulin resistance, basically. This is in type 2 diabetes. That is, the body either doesn't produce enough insulin or the cells resist insulin's effects, leading to high blood sugar. So how can we manage this? Often it can be managed with lifestyle changes, diet, and exercise. Then oral medications, sometimes insulin will be needed. Then there is the gestational diabetes. This type occurs during pregnancy when the body cannot make enough insulin to meet the extra needs. And this is more like a temporary condition. Gestational diabetes usually goes away after the baby is born, but it does increase the risk of developing type 2 diabetes later in life. So maybe like it can be coming with age. So, and the best way to manage this, it involves careful monitoring of blood sugar levels, diet adjustments, and sometimes medications. So, like one thing you have to like keep in mind is that in every meeting, right? Every meeting like that we talk about, or whatever health condition it is, whatever it is, even if it is hair fall, even if it is skin condition, there is one thing that is very commonly heard everywhere. And even if you go to any doctor, they're going to say the same thing. That is lifestyle and diet. How do we live? Are we too stressed? Do we drink enough water? Do we sleep on time? Um, are we maintaining our hygiene properly? What kind of foods do we eat? Are we eating from outside every day? Do we eat healthy, home cooked meals? All of this matters. And the truth is, by just taking care of all these things, 95% of all our problems will be solved, even if it is mental problems like stress or anxiety, a lot of things. I am recording the meeting, no problem. Okay. So diabetes is a growing global health issue. Okay, it's affecting millions of people worldwide. Each day it's increasing. Now, according to the International Diabetes Federation, about 463 million adults were living in diabetes in 2019. And this number is expected to rise to 700 million by 2045. That is a massive increase, even though it is an assumption. It's expected to rise that high. Now, locally, like it can vary. Diabetes is going to vary by country and by region, like even by um, everything, environment, the air, the things you see. One of my friends, she actually went to North India to do a full North India trip for a month, and she came back and she told me her eyesight naturally improved. She could see double the time she did when she was here, which wasn't really surprising, but just think about how different the living condition is. She was mostly in a very mountainy area, and close to nature, and that is actually that is something that we should keep in mind. It is actually pretty scary now that we think about it. Now, if we take United States, for example, over 34 million people have diabetes, which is about 10.5% of the population. And uncontrolled diabetes can lead to severe health complications, including heart diseases. Diabetes increase the risk of heart attacks and stroke. High blood sugar damages. Um, it can damage blood vessels, the nerves that control the heart. Then over time, diabetes can damage the kidneys filtering system, leading to kidney diseases or even kidney failure. And it is one of the leading causes of kidney failure. Then diabetes can damage the blood vessels in the eyes, leading to conditions like diabetic retinopathy, which can cause blindness if untreated. So regular eye exams are crucial for people with diabetes. Then high blood sugar can injure the nerves throughout the body, especially in the legs and feet, even in the brain. Now, this can lead to pain, numbness, and in severe cases, infections that may require amputation. Amputation is something that we've commonly heard when it comes to sugar patients, like they cannot heal properly. Healing is kind of the healing ability of the body is reduced, isn't it? Then diabetes can also cause problems like slow healing, like I said, and skin conditions, which is another risk, and increased risk of infections, which seems to be another one of the most common ones. Now, gut microbiome, coming back to that, which is the community of bacteria living in our digestive system, and it plays a crucial role in our overall metabolism and energy balance. So these bacteria, they help break down the food that we eat, everything, allowing our bodies to absorb essential nutrients and produce enough energy. So when our gut bacteria, when they're in balance, they support efficient digestion and they help maintain healthy blood sugar levels. However, when the gut microbiome is out of balance, and it's a condition known as dysbiosis, our metabolism can be negatively affected, and dysbiosis occur when harmful bacteria outnumber the beneficial bacteria, the good bacteria in the gut. So this imbalance can disrupt the way our bodies process and store food. So this will potentially lead to metabolic disorders like obesity and diabetes. Now, for example, certain harmful bacteria can extract more calories from the food we eat, leading to weight gain and higher blood sugar levels. Then, chronic, one second, chronic inflammation in the gut is another way that gut health can contribute to diabetes. Inflammation is the body's response to harmful stimuli such as infections or injuries, while short-term inflammation is a normal part of the healing process. Chronic inflammation can be damaging and lead to various health problems, including insulin resistance. Insulin is a hormone that helps regulate blood sugar levels, and we just spoke about it. Insulin resistance occurs when the body cells become less responsive to insulin, making it harder for glucose to enter the cells and be used for energy. So this leads to higher blood sugar levels, a hallmark of type 2 diabetes. Okay, the chronic gut inflammation, it can contribute to insulin resistance by releasing harmful substances called endotoxins. Now, endotoxins are toxins produced by certain harmful gut bacteria. So when the gut barrier is compromised, right, these endotoxins can enter the bloodstream, triggering an inflammatory response throughout the body. So this systematic inflammation can impair the body's ability to respond to insulin effectively, increasing the risk of developing insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. So understanding the link between gut health, inflammation, and insulin resistance, it highlights the importance of maintaining a healthy gut microbiome. So by promoting a balanced gut environment through a healthy diet, regular exercise, and stress management, we can reduce inflammation and support better blood sugar control levels, and ultimately lowering the risk of diabetes, of course. So now let's get into some key research studies that have found a connection between gut health and diabetes. Okay, so scientists have been exploring this link for several years, and still they are, and to this day they keep on finding newer and new things. Like even when it came to the brain, like a lot of things, still we have not completely, understood everything that our body is capable of. I'd say we are even underestimating the human body in a lot of ways. Now, their findings are pretty fascinating. They discovered that people with diabetes, they often have a different composition of gut bacteria compared to those without diabetes. For instance, studies have shown that individuals with type 2 diabetes tend to have lower levels of beneficial bacteria. Like, there is a very complicated word for that. Let me just read it out. Akkermansia muciniphila. I believe that's how it's pronounced. I don't know why they give these bacteria very strange names. They're like alien names. Anyways, and higher level of other bacteria, harmful bacteria, higher levels of other harmful bacteria like the firmicutes. Remember, we discussed firmicutes back, I think 2 or 3 weeks back in one of the meetings. Then another study conducted by researchers at the University of Copenhagen found that people with pre-diabetes or diabetes had an imbalance in their gut bacteria. If you have any issues anywhere, just check your gut. 9 out of 10 is going to be imbalanced. Yes. So this imbalance, we call it dysbiosis. Okay, and this was characterized by reduction in the diversity of gut bacteria. Now, the researchers concluded that this imbalance might contribute to the development of insulin resistance, which is a key factor in type 2 diabetes. Then, another study from the University of Gothenburg in Sweden that highlighted the role of gut bacteria in regulating blood sugar levels. So the researchers basically found that certain gut bacteria, they produce short chain fatty acids during the digestion of dietary fiber. So these SCFAs, they help regulate blood sugar levels by improving insulin sensitivity. So this means that a healthy gut microbiome can play a very crucial role in preventing diabetes. So let's talk about how our diet, okay, our main part, the diet, how diet influences the gut microbiome and in turn diabetes risk. So what we eat has a very significant impact on the types and amounts of bacteria in our gut. We know that very well, right? So diets high in processed food, sugars, and unhealthy fat, they can lead to an unhealthy gut microbiome, increasing the risk of diabetes and lots of other complications and disorders and issues. Okay. And on the other hand, right, diets that is rich in fiber, that's rich in fruits, vegetables, and fermented food, they promote a healthy gut, a good, happy, healthy gut microbiome. So fiber is particularly important for gut health, which we can get from a lot of vegetables, fruits, and of course, don't forget red rice. If you can switch from white to red, that will be one of the best decisions you take in your life. I've completely switched to red rice. So it acts as food for beneficial gut bacteria, right? It's helping them thrive and produce the SCFAs, short chain fatty acids, and these short chain fatty acids not only support gut bacteria, but they also play a role in regulating blood sugar levels. So food that is rich in fiber, okay, include whole grains, legumes, fruits, vegetables. And so by incorporating more of these food into our diet, we can promote a healthier gut microbiome and reduce the risk of diabetes. Probiotics and prebiotics, okay, they're also very essential for maintaining a healthy gut. Probiotics are live and beneficial bacteria, kombucha, okay, which are found in fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, and kimchi. And the one that we have, kombucha, guys, kombucha. So consuming all these food can help increase the population of good bacteria in the gut. Even spirulina is an amazing source. Okay, it is really good for the gut bacteria. Then prebiotics, on the other hand, are non-digestible fibers found in foods like garlic, onions, bananas, and asparagus. So they act as food for the probiotics, that is for the bacteria, okay, helping them grow and thrive. So research has shown that taking probiotic supplements can also have a positive impact on gut health. Now they're talking about supplements, okay, but we have good food and good drink naturally as well as the ones that DXN has. So it is good for the gut and for managing diabetes. Then a study published in the journal Diabetes Care, that's what it was called, found that individuals with type 2 diabetes who took a probiotic supplement for 8 weeks had improved insulin sensitivity and lower blood sugar levels compared to those who took a placebo. Placebo is something that which we tell them this is what this is going to do, but actually that's just nothing. It's just It's based on belief. Placebo is mostly based on belief. Basically, it's not what the researchers will say it is when they give it to the participants. So basically, in summary, the research shows clearly, okay, that there is a very strong connection between gut health and diabetes. So by maintaining a healthy gut microbiome through a balanced diet that is rich in fiber, probiotics, and prebiotics, we can reduce the risk of diabetes and improve our overall health. So maintaining a good gut health, okay, is crucial for our overall well-being, and it is playing a very significant role in managing diabetes. Now, some tips on how to improve our gut health through diet, lifestyle changes, and supplements. Okay. One of the best ways to improve your gut health is by making smart dietary choices. A diet that is rich in whole foods, vegetables, fruits, and fermented foods can have a positive impact on your gut microbiome. But sometimes, we cannot have 45 vegetables and 80 fruits a day, because one apple or one small carrot is not going to have all the things that our body needs, which is why we have superfood spirulina, which is why we have RG and GL, the king of herbs, which is why we have noni, morinchi, kombucha, and a lot of other supplements, and a lot more new things that are coming. So use that wisely. Now coming back to food, whole foods are those that are as close to their natural state as possible, like fresh fruits and vegetables, whole grains, nuts, and seeds. These foods are packed with essential nutrients and fiber, which are crucial for a healthy gut. So, fiber is especially important because it acts as food for the beneficial bacteria in your gut, and it helps keep your digestive system running smoothly, and it's going to reduce inflammation. So aim to include a variety of fiber-rich food in your diet, such as beans, lentils, broccoli, berries, and oats. On the other hand, it is important to reduce your intake of processed sugars, processed food, fat, fried items, and unhealthy fats, sugars. All of this can disrupt the balance of our gut bacteria, leading to inflammation and lots of other health issues, constipation, diarrhea, a lot of other things. So try to limit sugary snacks, sugary drinks, fast food, and processed snacks, and opt for like healthy alternatives instead. My grandfather was in the hospital once, and his sugar levels suddenly went down, and the nurse actually told my grandmother if she, just to keep like Coca-Cola with her, which actually surprised me. A little ounce, 1 ounce of Coca-Cola is going to shoot up the sugar levels. Imagine, like I've seen kids drink a full bottle, like not the big ones, like the medium sized ones. I've seen people do that. I stopped drinking all of this. I believe a year ago. I don't drink any of this, not at all. I'm not saying don't drink it. I'm just saying just be careful of the things that you put inside your body. You want to age gracefully or you don't want to age at all. Depends upon you, but this is what it is. Now, apart from dietary changes, certain lifestyle habits can also promote better gut health, like regular physical activity is one such habit. Move your body. Exercise helps stimulate the muscles of your digestive tract and improve your overall, muscular strength. And it's going to aid in the smooth movement of food through your system. It can also help reduce stress, which is another key factor in maintaining a healthy gut. Stress is going to kill out any good bacteria. Now, speaking of stress, right? Managing stress is very, very vital for gut health. Do some meditation, do journaling, walk in the nature, listen to music, dance, do a lot of things to manage, do yoga. Now, chronic stress is going to negatively affect the gut microbiome and lead to digestive problems. So many other problems also, especially, anger issues, even anxiety problems. So finding ways to relax and managing stress, like yoga, meditation, deep breathing exercises, they can all be good, will all be beneficial. Then sleep. Sleep is, don't see sleep as just closing your eyes and just lying down. No, sleep is healing time. I think sleep's name should be changed to healing time because it is actually healing time. starting from 10, it's 10:25, right after the meeting, go sleep, guys. Um, Starting from 10, each part of the body, or only while you're resting can the body actually start the healing process. So by 10, body has already started winding down, and it's starting to heal one by one each part of the body. So when we sleep late, like 3 a.m. and all, it cannot heal every part, and it's also going to be on full alert mode, and you won't actually have a good sleep. So sleep is another important factor. Poor sleep is going to disrupt your gut bacteria, and it's going to contribute to digestive issues. So aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep every night to support your gut health. Mindful eating is also helpful. This means paying attention to what you eat, savoring each bite, eating slowly. Don't watch TV while you're eating. Don't be looking into your phone. Don't be reading or talking. Sometimes we cannot not talk because we're surrounded by family. So we'll end up saying things. But still, try to be as mindful as possible, as much as you can while you're eating. It's going to improve digestion, and it's going to help you make healthier food choices, and you'll also know when you are full, if you're overeating, if you're not overeating, all those things. Also think before you eat, do you really want that, or are you actually full, or are you just eating it because you want it, because it is good? Don't overeat, it's not good. Then, of course, water. See my big bottle. Staying hydrated is very essential. So, drinking enough water helps maintain the mucosal lining of the intestine and support the balance of gut bacteria in the gut. And overall, it basically helps wipe out any toxins, right? Water is amazing. Water is a cleansing magical liquid. It cleanses everything. So, have lots of water. They say 8 cups of water generally, but I believe it's different for every individual. So maybe it's 2 liters or 3 liters for you. Some even go for 6 to 7 liters according to their height, weight, muscle mass, a lot of things. So experiment with yourself and see. If you're active or if you live in like a hot climate, you obviously need more, especially if you're someone who works out regularly. Then, in addition to diet and lifestyle changes, supplements, right? They can also play in a role in supporting gut health. So probiotics are supplements that contain live beneficial bacteria. Taking a probiotic supplement can help boost the population of good bacteria in our gut, especially after taking antibiotics, which can disrupt the balance. So we have our almighty kombucha. So have your noni, your morinchi. I've tested on myself. I've done experiments on myself, and noni, morinchi, and kombucha. If you have these three drinks daily, your your gut microbiome is going to have a complete makeover. See it for yourself. I've done it, and I've also spoken about this in a lot of my previous meetings also. Now we have noni in both capsule form as well as liquid form. And don't forget your RG and GL. And of course, our spirulina, that is our superfood and our king of herbs. Then prebiotics. We can get from garlic and things like that. This is another type of supplement that can support gut health. Prebiotics are non-digestible fibers that feed the beneficial bacteria in the gut. Foods like garlic, onions, bananas, asparagus, they're all natural source of prebiotics, and you'll also get it in supplement form. So it's obviously, please, it is important to consult a healthcare provider if you have any serious problems, before you do like a drastic diet change, or before you stop eating certain foods or you're going to eat certain foods. It is very important that you consult a healthcare provider or see a doctor. But you can trust that the DX in you can have them as much as you like no worries about that. So by making dietary changes, adopting a healthy lifestyle, good habits, and considering the use of our good DXN food, you can significantly improve your gut health. In turn, this can help you, better manage diabetes and enhance your overall quality of life. So I have an example which is about my grandfather, who is no more. He lived a good healthy quality life, I should say. So my grandmother said my grandfather was a sugar patient since uh, the day she met him. But he always had a routine and he always exercised and he ate food moderately. He had everything he wanted, but in moderation. Like sometimes when we go from here to meet our grandparents, like back then when they both were living far away, we would go buy KFC, roasted chicken, or something. We'll always buy samosa or any other sweets. He'd eat everything, but in moderation. And lifestyle was key here. So he also had done a heart operation later. So everyone else around him who did heart operation, right? They died within 5 to 6 years. He lived for 12 more years. So his diet was clean. His sleep routine was also perfect. After his two daughters married, he started sleeping by 10 p.m. That's what my grandmother said. That is when he actually started a proper sleep routine. And he was also very serious about consuming the DXM products. He loved kombucha too. He ate his RG and GL and spirulina all very seriously, and his sugar was always under control. It did not create too much complications, and he used to wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning and do lots of exercises in the terrace, and then evening he'd go for a walk. So 2 times he had enough and more body movements, which was also there. And then even the day, right, the morning that he died, he had exercised. So the main point is with good diet, good sleep, and exercise. Like he exercised, he had his tea, and then he was reading the newspaper. All was good, and then before we know it, he went bad. So all of this, right? Diet, good sleep, proper hydration, proper stress management, and exercise. Like I say in all my meetings, 95% of all our problems will be solved, and you can live a great quality life just like my grandfather did. Now I want to tell a story. So I will read out a passage. This is a bit different, okay? It's not about diabetes, but I'd say this is generally about our life in general. Everything that we do from the moment we wake up, showering, brushing, everything, talking to someone, meeting new prospects, or even doing the exit meetings, making money, managing health. This will come in handy for everything. So listen carefully, okay? So I'm going to read out a passage. The power of imagination. This was basically years ago, okay, maybe a century ago. Well, yeah, maybe. Anyways, so last Friday night, this sweet lady told me this story. She went into the baker to buy the usual things that we buy when we go to a bakery. And the lady who waited on her didn't look well. And she, without asking the reasons for her present appearance, in her own mind's eye, when she got home, she talked to her as though she stood before her physically. She didn't sit down, she didn't relax, didn't go into a trance, just brought her before her mind's eye and heard her say that she felt so well, and she complimented her on the way she looked. She looked so well, and this was a communion between two souls. How she looked so well. And she believed in the reality of her imaginal act. 1 week later, she goes back into the same bakery, and here is this lady. Same lady, but radiant. So radiant, it prompted a response from this one, and she said, "But you look so well. What has happened?" "Well," she said, "this past week I inherited some money. I paid all of my bills. I paid everything that I owed in this world, and so I have no debts. And I have money." Now, this lady is totally unaware of the gift she received from the lady who is present here tonight. totally unaware of it. This is the power of imagination. Whatever you need is an imagination away. Sometimes it's a bit difficult to comprehend that, but if you think about it, and I believe you have understood the story, let me know if you have any doubts in the comment section. I will be answering that about this story and other things also. But anyways, if you think about it, okay, this phone you're holding, the laptop that I am doing my meeting from, the fan above on the ceiling, if you think about it, if you think about it, it was all in a person's mind before they became a reality. I mean, even flying on a plane, right? Flying a plane was considered unrealistic and impossible. At some point, it was even considered foolish to even think like that. Until two people decided they will make it happen. They already saw it in their mind and they put it into action. Just like what if whether it is health, wealth, or happiness, if you can see it in your mind's eye, you can make it happen. You can make it a reality. Nothing is impossible. The only thing that is really real is your mind. And you can change anything with your mind. Any situation, you can turn it around. So if you want to be a crown ambassador, or if you want, let's be delusional. If you want an income of 100 crores monthly just from DXN, that's not impossible. If we can make flying vehicles in the sky, guys, we can make this happen. This is something that's happening on Earth, on the ground, not in the sky. So just visualize every day of the end goal. The how does not matter. Whether it is health, if you have any health issues, just see yourself as completely healthy and strong, and people complimenting you for how radiant you look. Or if it is someone else who is, weak in health, imagine you seeing them as very healthy and very radiant and very happy, jumping up and down. If they're not jumping up and down at the moment, you just need to see it in your mind. Okay, if it's about achieving something, you can see yourself standing on stage and being congratulated for becoming, let's say, a crown ambassador. Or you can visualize a message coming up on your phone and you see 100 crores in your bank account. There is a phrase, and that is, delulu is the solulu, delusion is the solution. If you know, you know. And with that, I hope to take 2 minutes and wish for us to send some healing energies to one of our members in the DXM family. His name is Mr. Haridas. He has been with us for more than 20 years in DXN now, and he recently met with an accident. So the situation was a bit serious, but now he is so much better. So I just request everybody to just close your eyes. So this is Mr. Haridas, I can see him. So I request everybody to just close your eyes for just 2 minutes and bring him in front of you. Just visualize him smiling. If you have seen him, it'll be easier. But if you haven't, here he is. You can just visualize it's not taking you're not losing anything. You're becoming positive, and you're sending positive healing energies to someone. So just visualize him smiling and saying, "Oh, I'm so happy, so healthy. I feel stronger than ever before." And also, in your mind's eye, tell him, "Oh, Mr. Haridas, you look so well. You look so well. You look so happy. You look so radiant." Give 2 minutes, close your eyes, bring him into your mind's eye, see him there, and just tell him, just compliment him. You look stronger than before, and hear him say, "I feel stronger than ever before." That's it. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for coming and attending this meeting, and also doing a small 2 minute group healing session. And I'll see you next week. If you have any questions, go ahead. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much for your comments. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Then I will see you next week, next Tuesday. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Good night and good morning, DXN. Bye bye.